Hello everyone, watch this review here with my news and updates for the month of November, which I'll call the I'm Still Alive edition. Am I still hip? Am I still relevant? I'm not sure after all this time. Such a long time. But yeah, I've been without power from, I think it was mid-Saturday, all the way up until about an hour ago, so that's kind of very sucked. Um, Halloween was it like 14 or 15 inches of snow on the ground still. Yeah, probably my worst Halloween ever. Actually, it's pretty much guaranteed to be my worst Halloween ever. I do feel worse for the kids though, because while I'm an adult, well, arguably I'm an adult, the kids, they kind of had to go without trick-or-treating and all that. I think it was actually canceled in this area, and even if it wasn't, I mean, how many parents are going to take their kids door to door through areas that largely don't have power and, where snow's stacked up all over the place? So, I mean, I know if I was a kid and this happened, I'd probably be pretty heartbroken, but, so at least that's a little bit better than. Yeah, but, kind of very sucked. I did manage to snag some clearance Halloween stuff. Mostly stopped at Target. Just to give you a quick run through here. So Ghost originally had Skittles. It pops open. That's where it was. Only cost me 30 cents, so it's a kind of neat item. I guess it can also be like held sideways. You can like sort of dip out the stuff. It's kind of a weird design too. I think it's supposed to be a ghost, but I don't know. Kind of creepy. I also got this vial of sour candies. They're a little, well, honestly, they're not very good, but, you know, I bought it more for the container, which looks pretty neat. And then I got this kind of crazy cat, which originally came with candy. Not really spectacular candy. I guess it dispenses it, but in addition to that, when you push it down, it makes this incredibly annoying noise, but a very cool looking cat. And then on a return trip, I picked up the most awesome back scratcher ever. It feels like metal, but it's probably just has a metal coating or something on some, material. Um, but yeah, Halloween unfortunately is kind of sort of over. I might review some more Halloween themed stuff coming weeks, just because I wasn't able to get everything up, before the holiday happened. But moving on to Christmas, because Thanksgiving doesn't really matter. Yeah, terrible, I know. I did manage to pick up this really neat abominable snowman figurine from the old Rudolph movie. Always one of my favorite characters, and he really made the movie for me. In addition to winning a holiday-themed minion from a crane grab machine. Unfortunately, I was never able to win either of the Halloween-styled ones, which was this really neat skeleton or a mummy. I mean, he's kind of sort of cute. They also have like angry birds with like the Chris Santa hats on. Oh crap! I forgot to mention the other thing I picked up from the Target clearance, and that's the most awesome mug ever. I mean, look at that. So cool. It goes to everything. Obviously not as awesome as the most awesome back scratcher ever, but your levels of awesomeness will vary. Now, I'm not sure if you've seen these yet in your area, but apparently the Gremlins stuff has released some of the later figures. For whatever reason, they sort of broke up the wave, and just receipts out of the way. And the first actual Gremlins for this newer line is going to be Flasher, George, and Daffy, which is kind of silly because the first three that they released were Gizmo, George, and Lenny, and Lenny's coming in 2012. Lightning, for whatever reason, has a separate thing, which I'm not entirely happy about. Not sure if I want to pick up Daffy, just because I didn't really like Daffy's gremlin form all that much. And Flasher, a little bit on the iffy side, but Phantom looks awesome. Lenny will probably pick up, and then Lightning, nah, I don't know. But the George, I think, came out pretty great. And never was even a fan of George in the first place, so that does sort of say a lot. Let's see. Otherwise, what can you expect during the month of November? Besides maybe some Halloween-themed items, including the George, although, that's also kind of a Christmas-themed item because at least the first Gremlins movie took place around Christmas. I can't remember if the second one did as well. Probably did. Although it did involve a Thanksgiving story in it, so that kind of works as well. There will probably be a few Transformers items because I picked up some additional stuff recently and, haven't gotten around to unboxing and stuff, including some things that recently popped up in Marshall's from the Reveal the Shield line. I might be mixing footage from the PS3 as well as this camera because of YouTube has this one video editor thing. So I might do that for the Sinestro Core Batman. Not 100% sure if I want to do that, although it might just be easier because the PS3 doesn't seem to be working all that well lately. Heck, I might even do that for the Thundercracker review, which I keep meaning to, finish, but due to technical difficulties, can't really, but I've shot part of it. And then, of course, we have... See, I hate not being able to pause. It just drives me kind of nuts. At any rate, I'm really not sure how much other stuff I'll be doing or whatever. But, in other news, other Halloween disappointments included not being able to complete my Simpsons set. I believe the last two I got were the Clobber Girl Lisa, as well as the Voldemort XP Mr. Burns. So, yeah, it's kind of sucks. I definitely wanted the collector, but, never got the opportunity to get him. And I mean, the Astronaut Millhouse I wouldn't really care about except for completionism. Of course, the other sort of disappointing bit was Best Buy was running a sort of a promo where you got a free Minion plush, this cool little vampire one. With purchase of a DVD, I figured I'd buy like a $5 DVD and get the Minion. I still have not seen Despicable Me. I hear it's kind of okay, but it's not something I'm in any really hurry. But I keep winning Minion figures, and I thought this one would be really cool. But I guess they only do like 10 to a store or something, and I stopped in on a Monday. The promotion began on Sunday. They were already out by the time I got in, so that totally sucked. But yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say at this point. I'll probably add annotations. I should also just clarify that my power was out from the 29th, I think, which was a Saturday, to the Saturday yesterday, which was the 5th or the 6th. And I started filming that Saturday, finished filming the Sunday, it'll probably go live on Monday, so yeah, it's gonna be a confusing-ish video, but thank you for bearing with me, and until next time when I actually will be reviewing something, possibly that Optimus Prime figure I picked up. Yes, maybe that. I can film that right now, in fact.